Let's look at the core elements that we use in everyday application. For example, when you open every application, you will at least see an image, video, text, button, and input field. Those basic elements, those are the things you combine in a way to build a complex UI. So let's look at the basic one. We've already taken a look at a text. To use a text or display a text, you just call the composable text and then pass text you want to show directly. So let's look at button. So I'll create a new composable and then call it UI element. So we have the text that display hello. So let me quickly do preview for this guy. So this is it, very tiny. Add another text. So I'll just duplicate this one and say hello Android devs. Let me call this UI element over here. Okay, so I'll run it so that we see what is happening now. So what you see right now is that the text hello world and then hello Android devs has stacked on top of each other. This is it. You realize that the hello world is underneath the hello Android devs. This is the same thing that is happening here. So what you need to understand that it is the row or the column and the box, they allow you to arrange stuff like this. Without them, the thing will stack on each other. So to achieve that, we have to wrap this whole thing in a column. That's it. So once we do it this way, you realize it has arranged itself properly. If you are stacking more than one item, you need to put it in a container. For a single one, you can display it or use it, but once it's more than one, you have to provide a container for it so that you can arrange it, adjust it, and all that. So I want to add fire and give it a fill mask. Alright, so we want to use button. Just type button. You have to import it. You realize this is it, the button. The button is just a container and it requires two things. One is when you click the button, what do you want it to happen? The event. You want to handle the event, the click. It's called on click. So it has a property called on click. It takes a lambda, so you can put a comment there. So we'll handle the event later. Like I said, the button is just a container. After rendering the container, now you want to put the instruction. What do you want the button to do? So the button might be saying submit, start chat. So you see when you click on this button, it opens this chat. You have Gemini button here. When you click it, it will open the Gemini option. And then we have two buttons here. No thanks, and then use Gemini. So these are buttons. When you click it, they trigger something, they make something happen. Just like we click on the Gemini icon over there and then it opens this new screen dialog for us. Whatever you want to happen, you program that one in this curly bracket. But we have to show a test like no thanks or use Gemini, for example. So to do that, you pass a test inside the curly bracket of the button and then the message you want to display. So I'll say use, so that's it, use Gemini, just like this. So as of now, our button is disorganized. We can add vertical layout, arrange it to the center, alignment, you pass horizontal alignment. So I want to show a toast when someone clicks it. So you create a context because a toast requires a context. So you can do local contents, import this one. So now here, when the user click on this, I want to show a flash message. So to do that, you can pass a toast. So a toast is just a short message that displays on the screen and then disappears. So you write it, just type toast and then press enter key and then type context, the context variable we created here. So we'll use it inside here and then you also pass a message. So this is what happens when the user clicks on this button. We want to show the message, thank you for subscribing, briefly. So for that one to experience it, you need to run it on your device to see how it works. So when we click on it, you see the message, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. So subscribe to the channel and like this video if you are learning something. Thank you. So let's continue. So you use this toast to show that brief message, this brief message. Let's look at another component called image. So let's say we want to show some image above here. So to show the image, there's a component called image, this one. So there are different options, but select the one with painter. import it, pass painter. So now to get the image, say painter resource, all your images are placed in a particular folder. So to get that folder, you open here again, you come here, there is a folder called rest. When you open it, you have drawable. Inside this folder, you put all the images you want to use in your application. So all your images are here. For now, we have this background image and then this Android icon. That's what, when you run your application, it pop up, this guy. So this is it. It is these two images they are combining and then showing over here. So to use it in your application, come here and then pass the name to it. So the name is IC Launcher for background. So to do that, just say R, which stands for resources, all the resources. So look through this list and then select the one that bears your application name, compose starter, and then you can do drawable, and then you do the name of the file. The next thing we need to do is pass the content description. So this is just a text that describes the image. Make sure the text describes the image. You see, this is the image. Because it's white, let me use the green one. This one is okay, it's visible. So that's how you use images. So before you use an image, you have to make sure the image is inside this folder. So the question is, now we are using existing image, how do you add new image? We have adding external image. You come to below this box icon, you have resource manager. So you click on the resource manager, you see all the images here. So make sure it's on drawable, then you click here and then you select import drawable. This one, you pick image from your PC. So let's say you have some image on your desktop. So let's say you have some image you want to use. You give a preferred name. Right now I'll call it mango. You click on next and then next import. So this add the image to your project. Now that you have that image, how can we use it in our project? So it is the same way like before, just add image. Once you have your image, then the two required property. The first one is the painter. The second one is the content description. Make sure you describe your image. Our image wasn't the right one, so you can pass mango. Yeah, so that's the mango. We can run it and see. Yeah. So if you have any question, let me know in the comment section.